So starting out with the energy of love, taking a look into the past, we have the Lovers. And the Lovers represents a time where you could have really been in a deep sense of love. And the truest aspect of what that is, you have experienced Cupid's arrow. You've experienced being in this energy of feeling like you are in love's paradise in the earthly realm. As the man and the woman stands together, they symbolize this very pure sense of love, this dual expression of twin souls inflamed and entwined with one another, bringing beauty, love, and, a mutual decision. In the past, this is a deep bond that you've experienced with your partner that ended up in like a true bliss. I also feel like the Lovers bring in challenge as well. This could have been an experience in your past where others attempted to come between you. However, there was a decision to be made to choose one another over outsiders that might have tried to come between you. Having to choose. I also feel like, to the extent that you have felt the bliss of love, you've also felt the underbelly of love as well. The moon represents indecision, right? The moon represents being controlled by the tides, the ebb and flows of emotion. It represents the instability when it comes to love, symbolized by deception. On this card, we have a crayfish, which talks about experience on a soul level. We also have two wolves, which is the ancestor of dogs. The wolves represent a more carnal, innate sense of the dog. And it actually represents a rough side of love. This is the survival instinct. And they actually are associated with the moon, in that this is like the darker side of the persona, right? So I feel like, to the extent that you've experienced a total bliss when it comes to love, you've also experienced a more darker realm as it pertains to love. There's some deep things that were exposed around love for you. The moon and these wolves attending to the moon could also represent fear around connection, around passions. And so in the past, I feel like you've experienced both worlds. The underside of love in its darkest sense, and also the highest level of fulfillment and bliss as it pertains to love. In the current, you are connected, or this could be your situation. The High Priest. This is someone who has very deep spiritual connections. This could be a religious leader, someone who is governed by spirituality. This could be a teacher. This is someone who is very giving, very generous, very open with what he has to give and offer. He identifies with sharing what it is that he's been given. And this person brings divine love and learning. The high priest actually represents the energy of marriage. So if this is not a person that you are currently connected to, this is a situation that you are desiring. The star actually points to that energy around desire, your hopes, and your dreams. The star points to the energy of being inspired. It's a sign of being guided and inspired. Of being fertile, being poured into. This is what you are hoping for, what you're desiring. I feel like the kind of connection that you would receive from the high priest energy. One that will be replenishing. One that will actually symbolize the level of wisdom, growth, flow, promise, purity, and renewal. I feel like you are wishing and desiring for a connection that will give and receive on the same level where you are. If you're currently in a relationship right now, it could be with this energy here. This could be a very high time of your relationship where it is growing, maybe to the next level. Possibly marriage could be in the future. The high priest actually represents marriage, potential for long, stable connection that just continues to grow. If you're in a relationship right now, the star symbolizes your hope for this to develop into something where you care for each other in a very unselfish way, where the energy just flows beautifully between you. Also, where there will be periods of serenity and perhaps lots of gifts. And if you're not in a relationship, this could represent your hope in your heart for someone that inspires you in this way with pure love. Someone leading you towards fulfillment and a level of creativity as well. Your star could be someone who is able to lead into growth and rekindle spirituality. Someone who would be guiding along to greatness or a company on your path to greatness. In the future, I'm seeing someone aligning with the high priestess. Incidentally, the high priestess is the counterpart to the high priest or the hierophant. And the high priestess holds a pomegranate in her hand. She's actually perceived in the energy of many goddesses. There's something very divine, something very mystical about the high priestess. She embodies the sacred feminine energy and a mysterious power. She's been associated with many goddesses. And many religious figures as well. She's known to carry many secrets as it pertains to love. As you can see her with the book open with a pomegranate in the center, that represents sacred wisdom, sacred knowledge, a fertile, creative mind. And then the lilies behind her representing purity. As she stands before the veil to show truth about that hidden love that she carries deep within. So in the future, this could actually talk about the type of relationship that you will have, or the type of person that you will be connected to. It feels very mystical, very sacred. Whoever this is, whatever connection this is, will require for you to rely upon your intuition. Because there are lots of things about this person in the future that will be hidden. It will also require patience and discretion. And those are the ways that you'll actually find the truth in what you seek. Or maybe solve some type of mystery around this situation or this person that you will run into. But this talks about a relationship with someone that will deepen romantically as well as spiritually. And if this is talking about you waiting for love to come, you may be drawn to a very interesting person, someone who you haven't spoken to yet. This person may hold specific information or have a key to a greater level of understanding or learning for you, or inspiration. This could represent connecting with someone who will be more like a mentor rather than a lover. And I feel like with the Charity card, I feel like whoever this connection is in the future, this will definitely represent a connection that you'll be very protective about, or they will be very protective about you. This feels like it's going to be a connection that is going to be very passionate. There's something about this connection that's going to actually draw you in, and it's going to set your fire ablaze. Again, this card brings out the energy of goddesses like Aphrodite or Venus. There's going to be something very attractive, very alluring, very mystical, very undeniable about this person. This person is also giving in the same way that the high priest is. As she's making the gesture with her right hand held out, that's the gesture of giving. There's a pelican to her right side, or it might be your left, but there's a pelican to her side that symbolizes the energy of protection as the pelican is guarding the egg. So I definitely feel like there's going to be a lot of protection between the two of you in this relationship. You'll be very protective of each other. Also, I feel like this pelican illustrates how families and communities will be very graced by your generosity. They will be nurtured by what it is that you offer and give. And this connection will be one that's dependable and stable and loving and passionate. It's going to bring great happiness, not only to the two of you, but to others. Those that would be amongst your close circle, relatives, friends, and children. It's a love that is mature, long-term, and I feel like for those of you that are expecting love to come in, this is pointing to someone who will be older, possibly older than you, or you will be older than them. This person will be very evolved in their perspective. And instead of this person trying to impress, I feel like this person will possibly offer you a gift instead of trying to impress. They will actually offer you a gift. And so that's what I have in terms of love. I think this is really beautiful. The signs represented in this spread is Gemini, Taurus, Pisces, Aquarius, and Pisces again. And so let's see if there's anything else that we need to know about love, about this connection coming in. We have the Six of Pentacles coming out. So this is going to be a connection that will be very reciprocal. It will definitely be one where you will share resources and be very giving to one another. What else about this connection for my viewer? Five of Cups and the Justice. For someone, this is going to be a connection, an opportunity where you will need to walk away, to abandon someone, an old way, old ideas, possibly grief that you're still carrying, regret around old connections, disappointment. In exchange for the truth, clarity, integrity, and balance. Spirit is saying that there may possibly need to be a release of something or someone and the acceptance of a truth. The Seven of Cups on the bottom could symbolize the need to be grounded and to avoid fantasy, wishful thinking, but actually with the justice, crave clarity, decisiveness, and integrity. Anything else my viewers need to know? So I feel like there could be a need to possibly do energy cleansing, possibly cord cutting. It almost feels like there might be a need to walk away from the past altogether and leave it there in order to actually walk into the new energy of love. There may still be some grieving that needs to be done. Yeah. With the Five of Swords, there may even be connections that need to be severed. And the welcoming in of, something greater, right? I feel like for whoever this is, you've had experiences and you know what that's like, but you're ready for something higher. You're ready for something higher. So for who I'm talking to, you may not be accepting offers right now. You may be very withdrawn, affectionately, feeling indifferent when it comes to love. You may be conflicted internally right now when it comes to love because of what you've experienced. For some of you, you may be trying to decide. But Spirit says something greater is ahead. You may, in fact, be someone who is very young at heart, someone who likes to let their hair down and have fun, someone who heals through play. The Ace of Cups points to a new path that Spirit is leading you on. For someone, play therapy may be very important right now to help you overcome some of the mental chaos that you could be experiencing right now. Find things that make you feel good. Go out and put your feet in the water. Allow yourself to play. Spirit is bringing in a new path to love for you, a new passion, a new purpose as it pertains to love. For some of you right now, you could be being called to independence right now, to be content with or without a partner, to understand more about your worth and what you're capable of. So you may in fact be about to go into a time of transformation that requires solitude, that requires unlearning and relearning, that requires examination. But it's going to lead you into a greater weight of connection and love and discovery around love. You're going to get the opportunity to experience love in a whole new way. A rewarding love where you'll be content. First of all, within yourself, discovering all that you have at your disposal. And then opening to invite someone else to come in and share that with you. And so for whoever this is for, this is the energy of love coming in for you.